Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Nathaniel Hawthorne was an American novelist of the 19th century. This novel, The Scarlet Letter, has been set in the 17th century New England. This is the setting of the novel, and it describes all the characters in a Puritan society. And what is a Puritan society? These were the religious men and women who left the Church of England, of course, from England, and all they settled in at Plymouth Rock, and they founded the town of Boston. They have left the Church of England because they considered this church has become too much relaxed about certain things in religion, and they were all against these relaxations, and they wanted to practice strict rules of religion. So they left this church and they all settled there and founded the town Boston, and then from then on it is called a Puritans in the Christianity. This novel explains, narrates the story of a woman who happened to come in the New England, Boston, Massachusetts town. And there she faces the strict rules of Puritan society. She has come from Europe and she has been sent by her husband to get settled over there, and he will definitely comes after her, which never comes for a certain period of time. She gets settled over there, and with the passage of time, she develops an affair with the local parson, and she gives birth to a baby girl. And for this, she is being punished by the society, as it is quite obvious even in today's 20th century, the 2020th year of this century. No woman can afford to bear a child without having a husband. So it was a period of 17th century New England. This woman should be punished according to the rules of the society. So that was a Puritan society. We will discuss this novel under different topics. First of all, we will see how much the Gothic elements is found in this novel. It was the 19th century Romantic writers who were very fond of Gothic elements in their writings. All these writings have some characteristics which are supernatural events, gloomy atmosphere, castles are often found in their writings, and atmosphere is mysterious, and there is also traces of magic. All these elements are found in the writings of those novels, and we also found all these elements in the Scarlet Letter. As far as the castles are concerned, there are, of course, it's a story of ordinary people, but still the castle is mentioned as the home of Governor Bellingham, which has Kabbalistic figures and diagrams at her home, at his home. The turrets of his home look like a castle. There is a set of armor inside his home. The presence of a crime in the story. Yes, it is also a great characteristics of Gothic novel. And here the crime is not a murder or any other crime, but it is the illicit love of Hester with the parson. The presence of villain is also another characteristics of Gothic novel. And here the villain is Hester's husband, Chillingworth. This villain must have a deformity. This is also characteristic of the villain. No villain can be a handsome man or a charming man. He should have a deformity, and this person, Chillingworth, has a deformity. He has deformed shoulders. Why the villain is always a deformed person, and why the hero is always a handsome man? I don't know. Nature is used as a setting, the darkness, the shadows, the moonlight atmosphere, all these elements are present in this novel, and all these elements, on the basis of these elements, we can declare it a Gothic novel. A novel having Gothic elements, which is a tradition of the 19th century Romantic writers. We also find a combination of reality and imagination in this novel. As far as the reality is concerned, we can say take place at a recognizable place in time, because when they mention it that it is a Boston community, it's a Massachusetts Bay, so it is a recognizable place. The time is mentioned in the 17th century, Massachusetts Bay Colony, and the time is the 17th century. It was a period of 1640s, I think. The society is real, and the belief in devil, witches, vengeful and angry God, all these beliefs are present here, and it shows the real um, themes and real situation of that societies of the 17th century. As far as the imagination is concerned, we find a fantastic atmosphere. The letter of Scarlet A, when it is formed by meteor in the sky at midnight, the letter A that is carved into Dimsdale's breast, and the sunlight follows Pearl, but it's not following Hester when they are following in the path in the jungle. Then again, the chilling words when he descends into hell. All these scenes that are described in the novel are fantastic. They belong to the world of fantasy. So we find a combination of reality and imagination in the novel when we find these scenes narrated by the writer.